The storm desk. Read the storm, book the roofs. The job is sold, the roof is documented, and the supplement is sitting in a carrier's review queue going nowhere. A supplement is a documented, priced request to revise an estimate. Yours is stalled because a desk reviewer opened it and couldn't tell what you were asking for. So your money waits weeks. By the end of this, you'll know how to build a packet a reviewer can open, follow, and rule on without a phone call. 5 parts, same order every time. Photos, measurements, notes, files, and the page that ties them together. Start with what the packet is, because that decides the tone of every note. It's a contractor documentation file. It connects field facts to an estimate revision so a licensed estimator or a desk reviewer can examine each item against the actual scope. It is not policy interpretation, not a coverage decision, and not a demand. You document what the job requires and ask for review. The insurer decides coverage under the policy. The homeowner owns the claim. Packets that read like demand letters invite friction. Packets that read like organized evidence get read. Here's why packet quality decides how fast you get paid. Carriers work inside estimating software. Hand a desk reviewer a clean file and they import it, compare it against the original scope, and see every difference in minutes. Hand them loose photos and a flat invoice and they rebuild your reasoning by hand. That rebuild is days that turn into weeks. None of this means the carrier owes the item. Packet discipline doesn't win coverage. It removes the documentation excuse for stalling. Build the spine in the same order every time. A cover sheet with the address, claim number, date of loss, and estimate version under review. Then the revision summary, 1 row per requested change, then the photo log, the measurement log, the estimate notes, the file index, and code notes. The revision summary is the single most important page. It is not an argument, it's a clean index that points each request straight to its support. 1 request, 1 explanation, 1 evidence trail. Skip it, and the reviewer reassembles the story by hand. Now photos. Every photo answers 4 questions. What is the condition? Where is it on the building? How does it relate to the estimate? And what else backs it up? Start with orientation shots, front, rear, left, and right from safe ground. Then for each item, shoot a context frame before the close-up. A close-up of a cracked boot means nothing if the reviewer can't place it on a slope. The inspection trainers at the National Roof Certification and Inspection Association say it plainly. Shoot by zone, keep your shadow out of frame, and sort at the desk instead of driving back. Label every photo so the file ID carries its own context. A name like South Slope, Pipe Jack, Close, with the date, tells the reviewer where it sits before they open it. Never name a photo with an argument like carrier missed this. The packet reads as professional, because the facts are organized, not because the names are loud. And safety sets the ceiling on what you shoot. If a crew can't reach a roof face safely, record that limit. A noted safety decision reads as judgment. A silent gap reads as oversight. Measurements. The rule is short. Show the source before the quantity. Eaves are short is an opinion. Eave length is 142 linear feet per the roof report on page 2 versus 96 in the original scope is a reviewable fact. Name where every number came from. A roof report, a sketch, a field sheet, or an aerial report. Aerial reports carry weight because carriers trust them. EagleView publishes independent benchmark testing of its roof measurements at 98.77% accuracy. A named, dated source beats a hand number with no origin. Make the sketch, the photo log, and the estimate speak the same language. If the photo log calls a face S2, the sketch shows S2, and the line note references S2. Pick one label per roof face and use it everywhere. Waste gets its own note, the most common friction point and the easiest to overclaim. Waste should be higher gives the reviewer nothing. Waste belongs to roof geometry and material, not a fixed percentage. Name the geometry, name the material, point to the files. That keeps you out of the you always pad waste argument. Estimate notes. Short, factual, traceable. A strong note has 5 fields. Location, the roof face or component. Condition, what you observed or what the file shows. Quantity support, the measurement source or count. Attachments, the file IDs. Requested review, a plain language ask tied to the estimate section. In your software, you attach the note and the photos right to the line item, where a reviewer expects your reasoning. The note never calls the carrier negligent, cites the policy, or promises an outcome. It identifies a section, attaches evidence, and asks for review. Code items get respected or get tossed on one thing, whether you cited the adopted code. A reviewer can't act on code requires this. A reviewer can act on the jurisdiction adopted the 2021 IRC, and Section R 905.2.8.5 requires drip edge at eaves and rake edges. The key word is adopted. Codes are adopted and amended locally, so confirm what your jurisdiction enforces before you cite it. Whether the upgrade gets paid depends on the policy's ordinance or law coverage. That's the homeowner and carrier conversation, not yours. Files. Build an attachment index, not a junk drawer. Include only files with a purpose and give each one 4 columns. File ID, file name, what it supports, and the reviewer action it enables. That index saves the reviewer from opening every attachment to find the one that matters. Weather records belong here too, but label them for what they are. NOAA's Storm Events Database and the Storm Prediction Center's reports establish date, area, and severity, and the SPC reports are explicitly preliminary. Neither proves hail hit one shingle. A weather file is context, never the whole argument. Pair every storm record with field photos, inspection notes, and measurements. A storm report stapled to a denial with no property-level photos is the fastest way to get a supplement dismissed. OSHA's roof inspection guidance lists the dangers, ladders, damaged surfaces, steep roofs, power lines. Never push a crew into unsafe collection for one angle. If a shot can't be taken safely, say so and lean on context photos and the roof report. Run a pre-send review before the packet ships. Hand it to someone who didn't build it. Can they find the estimate version and price list date in under 30 seconds? Does every requested review point to a file ID? Does every close-up have a wider context shot? Do the roof face labels match across the photo log, the sketch, and the notes? Are the line notes factual, not argumentative? If any answer is no, fix it first. A clean packet costs minutes. A kickback costs a new cycle. Here's where Roof Predict fits, and where it doesn't. After a storm crosses your market, it pairs an estimated roof age range with storm exposure modeled per individual home, so you decide which addresses to inspect first instead of knocking the whole footprint. It also keeps one workspace per property, photo groups, reports, estimate versions, and follow-up status in one place, so your packets look the same no matter who built them. It does not inspect the roof, diagnose damage, or decide coverage. Roof age is a range, not a date. The list points to crew. The packet carries the evidence. Close the loop. A supplement packet has one job. Let a reviewer open it, find the request, see the photo that proves it, verify the source, and rule without a phone call. 5 parts in the same order. Photos that locate, measurements that name their source, notes that stay factual, files and an index list, and the revision summary that ties it together. You document conditions and write the request. The insurer decides coverage. The homeowner owns the claim. Build it the same way every time, and the quality stops depending on which estimator wrote it.